Apple. What have we got? Apple, really, I talked about it in a couple of videos ago. I said watch this trend. If we break this trend, there is possibility for us to really tap the 50 exponential moving average. And guess what? We sold right off. 20 exponential is crossing the 50, which is technically bearish, right? So hello, well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel. Now, what we're gonna dealing with, we're gonna be talking about stocks. Of course, we talk about stocks every weekend. What level I will be watching, what level I see the market going. And guess what? This past week has been fantastic in the sense that the market decided to pull back after this run up, right? So now the market is at a very critical level of support. Okay, we have 435 and perhaps we close right above 435 in the S&P 500 ETF. Now, if for any reason the market decide to pull more lower, then guess what? We're looking at 430, okay? 430 in the market. Now let's take it deeper into 2 years, okay? This is a 2-year chart, right? Daily. Now we're looking at price pulling into the support. This is a trend, and that is the support bounce, right? So bear in mind, just open that mind up to about 430 in case the market decide to pull lower. All right, but remember, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, so the level to be watching this coming week is 435 and 430. That is our spot. If we can reclaim the 50 exponential moving average, which is around the 441, 442-ish area, then we can continue to push to the upside right into 445. In my previous video, I talked about the market for the possibility of us or the market getting to 445, and if we fail that handle, we get 440. And guess what? We even got way more than that. Okay, so you can start staging that long-term portfolio, that long-term momentum trades, right? MACD is oversold. Okay, so keep an eye out, and as we see the momentum come into RSI, because the strength is at 35%, so we've really oversold in the market. So keep an eye out, looking at just levels. That is the level I'll be watching on the SPY. So keep an eye out. First stock out of the back is going to be PANW. This is Palo Alto Networks. Right now, price inched into the $200 spot, right? And then bounced right off to close right above the 208 level. Okay, so the 210 is the next resistance, but guess what? We closed below it. So momentum can still come into this name as volume is coming in. So I'll be expecting price to really continue to rally on this name. So I'll be looking for some of this stock to pick as a long-term hold, because we've really gotten the pullback that I've been expecting in the name. Also, APRN, this is Blue Apron. Right now, Apron broke downtrend and just kept pushing to the upside, right? Now the 3-bar play came in. All of a sudden, we got our 4th play to the upside. Right now, we're finding issue with the 200 moving average. So keep an eye out on that spot. HE. What is HE? HE is Hawaiian Electric Industries, right? So right now we're having issue due to the fire and all that, right? So now looking at this, they're gonna rebuild. Okay, my heart really goes out to those you know, in that community. Okay, so let's take a look at a possibility of picking some up around this area for our bottom bounce play. Okay, so keep an eye out on that name as well. BLMN, we're looking at price back into the 200 moving average if it comes, but guess what, we bounce right off the right side of the shoulder right into 27 and then boom to the upside. So keep an eye out on that as well. GM, what do we have on GM? Let's see here. Right, so General Motors right now, we've been selling off because too many competitions in the EV space, right? But I'm still looking at price bouncing off of this area because we're really oversold on the ROSI. So this area is our demand zone on General Motors. Also Ford, the same thing with Ford, right around this $11.75, $12, this is our demand zone as well. Apple, what have we got? Apple, really, I talked about it in a couple of videos ago. I said watch this trend. If we break this trend, there is possibility for us to really tap the 50 exponential moving average, and guess what, we sold right off. 20 exponential is crossing the 50, which is technically bearish, right? So look for demand around this 170 175 area on Apple. I myself have been picking some up for a long-term hold. Netflix, at this point Netflix is really trending lower, and we broke this trend right here. Okay, we've supported it about 3 times, and the 4th time it just couldn't hold, and then we sold right below 405. So keep an eye out. $400, that is going to be our support on Netflix. AAP as well, we're looking at this and we're thinking this can really sell off if we cannot reclaim the 20 exponential moving average. So in order to avoid double bottom right here around 65, I think we need to reclaim that 20 exponential moving average and then push right up into $75 on that. Microsoft as well. Microsoft at this point in time, we've found support around 310, and I'll be expecting this to continue to push to the upside. We've actually made that little correction that the technology side is looking for, right? Disney right now, we're making another support level. Okay, so we found support right around this spot, and I'll be expecting this to bounce off this side again. So keep an eye out on Disney. Okay, now Boeing actually did push right into almost $250, and then had issue right around the 240, failed 20 exponential moving average, and now look at the support at the 50 exponential moving average. So Boeing is finding support right around the 50, but you gotta wait for confirmation to see if that really holds, right? KEYS as well sold right off with this inverse head and shoulder, thinking we're going to continue to push to the upside, but no, RSI is 11.89%. So I'll be looking for some form of relief bounce around this area right into 135. So keep an eye out on Keysight Technologies. Also, Warren Buffett old is NU. NU right now, we're really selling off. Broke the 50 exponential moving average back down to 665-ish area, and then close 721. So I'll be expecting these to retest this 200 moving average in a short term, or so just keep an eye out. Okay, short term for me can be 6 months. All right. CROM, Salesforce right now 200 is supporting. Okay, so that is our support. Picking some up here as well, and we'll continue to add if price decides to pull back to the 200 moving average. So keep an eye out. Bud Light as well. Bud Light will find its support at 55. So keep an eye out on that 55. I think that will be decent pick for the momentum push back into 50 exponential moving average, and then the 200, which we can break the $60 area, or say $59-$60 zone. So keep an eye out. ROTX as well. ROTX at this point in time, I'll be looking for more to the upside, though it is bearish, but I will be looking for price breaking right through the $87 and then boom to the upside. JP Morgan right now looking at the 50 exponential moving average. We're trying to find support, trying to reclaim it. However, price closed right below the 50 exponential moving average, so I will be looking at price really holding the 147.50 for the continuation to the upside, breakthrough 150, and then we continue. We've actually sold right off, and I think a relief bounce is possible. Like, because why? Right now, looking at our economic calendar, this week's major economic report, we are having nothing on Monday. Tuesday, existing home sales, followed by Wednesday, which is the S&P Flash US Services PMI, as well as new home sales. Thursday, we have the Fed officials interview with Jackson Hole Summit. So you could also see Jay Powell there as well. However, at 8:30 a.m., we also have initial jobless claims, followed by durable goods order. Now, the beautiful one is Friday, the 25th at 10:05 a.m. We have Powell, which will give speech at the opening of Jackson Hole Summit. So it will be packed with, you know, listening to Jay Powell. Next off is the following week, which we're going to have what? The PCE. So the core PCE will be released on Thursday, the 31st of August. So keep an eye out. I know the next 2 weeks will be really sweet in the market. Verizon. Right now, Verizon, I still have my position on Verizon, which is averaging about $32. So I think this is still decent to still continue to hold this name. SATAA, volume is coming in. You see that volume is huge compared to the rest trading days in recent months. So right now I'm looking at 44 break, then 46 will come easy on Star Surgical. DOMO as well. This one I'm looking at $17.50 on that name. DKNG, what have you? Right now on DKNG, I'll be looking for support right around the $26 on that name. Palantir as well. Palantir support at $14. That is our support. Give me the third support and we should be good to continue to push to the upside. And if not, then price can pull lower back into $12 on Palantir. With unusual volume, we have MROCY. Unusual volume meaning more volume compared to previous trading days. So look at this volume. The candle is huge right here, followed by a doji confirmation to the upside as we break the 50 exponential moving average. Keep an eye out, and I think momentum will continue to push as we reclaim the downtrend right here on Mercury Systems. Okay, next is WBA. With this company closing stores, we've just been selling off. So right now I'll be looking at price back into 26 or even 25 in the coming days. INTC at this point, we're breaking support, and guess what really still did happen to Tesla as well. So right now I'm looking at price back into 200 moving average on that name, so keep an eye out and then we should be all right there. Also looking at CEIX, console energy, this one, keep an eye out. The weather is hot and so many things are going on in the United States right now, so for any reason we reject 85 again, and I'll be looking at price at $80. We fail $80, I'll be looking at momentum push back into 77 on that. Amazon as well. Amazon is still holding solidly here with downtrend as a support, or uptrend as a support. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th time we're holding support, which also coincide with our what? Our 50 exponential moving average. You know, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. The remaining chat, I'm going to post them up on my Twitter, which also include Matter, CNNEBILL. I will post all this on my Twitter and StockTweet account. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for spending your weekend with me. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.